You know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. Tell the truth and shame. Tell the truth and shame the devil. One, two, one, two. No sound. One, two, one, two. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what happened to that mic. Maybe the cord. Oh, the cord probably wasn't even in. I see what happened. I see what happened, y'all. It wasn't even plugged up. I see what happened. All right, there we go. All right, I got it now. I got it. I see what it is now. It was a cord. It was a cord, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a cord. Had a little technical difficulties. I'm sorry. It was a cord. Y'all can hear me now. Yeah, I can hear myself in the headphones. The cord came loose right there on the other one. So I just did the other mic. All right, people, come on in. Come on in.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I
love being black. I love being
We good now?
black.
All right, we're good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. We got a couple of videos that I want to show. And I'm going to show us a couple of videos that I want to talk about. And I'm going to get it on the screen. Make sure you tag everybody, people. Tag people. Inbox them. Inbox them. That'd be great. That'd be great. That would definitely be great.
We weren't able to do those things. So freedom came to mean getting away from the chains, getting away from the manacles, getting away from the limitation, breaking loose from the plantation, outrunning the dogs, outrunning the hunters, outrunning the bounties, outrunning those people who wanted to keep us in that condition, to get away from the whip, get away from the oppressor who was clear and evident by his physical existence. So for most of those 200 years, we did all we could to get free, but freedom meant getting away from the physical conditions of slavery. During those days, the Negroes were far and few between, because everybody knew they were in hell. Now, there were people frightened about doing anything about it, but they knew they were in trouble. No one had to convince them that their situation was a contemptible, degraded, pitiful, sad situation. Except for a few of them, of course, who'd gotten to hang out in the house and they thought they were what they were working at. But basically, most of the slaves knew full well that something is going on. Now, under those conditions, the pressure was to get away from the conditions of the plantation, and that was the definition of freedom. If we can just get up north, if we can just get away from the dogs, if we can just get away from the whip, if we can just get away from this mean cracker, then we will be free. So the concept of liberation was migration. Let me migrate from the plantation in Virginia and Carolina and Georgia and Mississippi and Kentucky, and let me get to the free land up north, or to Canada up north. Just get out of this physical situation. So the concept of freedom was a very simple one.
All right, we're going to hold it right there.
Clip from Kevin Samuels talking about
things.
Women's age
So
and what they should do
freedom
with their
came to
lifestyle.
mean
We have that ready?
Getting away from the chains, getting away from the manacles, getting away from the limitation, breaking loose from the plantation, outrunning the dogs, outrunning the hunters, outrunning the bounties, outrunning those people who wanted to keep us in that condition, to get away from the whip, get away from the oppressor who was clear and evident by his physical existence. So for most of those 200 years, we did all we could to get free, but freedom meant getting away from the physical conditions of slavery. During those days, the Negroes were far and few between, because everybody knew they were in hell. Now, there were people frightened about doing anything about it, but they knew they were in trouble. No one had to convince them that their situation was a contemptible, degraded, pitiful, sad situation. Except for a few of them, of course, who'd gotten to hang out in the house and they thought they were what they were working at. But basically, most of the slaves knew full well that something is going on. Now, under those conditions, the pressure was to get away from the conditions of the plantation, and that was the definition of freedom. If we can just get up north, if we can just get away from the dogs, if we can just get away from the whip, if we can just get away from this mean cracker, then we will be free. So the concept of liberation was migration. Let me migrate from the plantation in Virginia and Carolina and Georgia and Mississippi.
All right, people. I just want
27, time to sell.
All right.
30,
hold on, y'all.
50% off.
Hold it. We don't want no
over 35 on clearance.
We definitely don't want no Kevin Samuels on here. I like Kevin. Hold it, y'all. Hold it. Mr. Kevin Samuels, wherever you at, I don't know where you at, but all right. All right. All right. All right, people. I'm back. Sorry about that. Again, listen, we want to talk about slavery, and I'm going to prove to you guys that slavery still exists. Still exists. Only different thing about slavery is just changed forms. That's all it have. Black people, especially people that got money, think that they're free. They feel like that there's no physical chains on my neck or on my ankles or around my waist, whatever. I'm free. No, you have an illusion of freedom. You don't own anything. We all are still on the plantation. We all are still on the plantation. You said, well, Martin, I don't accept that. I don't believe that. I don't care because you don't believe it. That doesn't mean it's not the truth. You don't know that you're on a plantation. I'm going to prove to you tonight that black people are still on the plantation. Listen, who is the greater one? If I'm manufacturing drugs and you buying it, I'm manufacturing and selling it to you. In other words, I'm the king of it. You are the consumers of it, the customers. Somebody put it like that. They said, Martin, we all are trapped in a matrix. Okay, I put the link up, Chris Moore. I'll definitely do that. We are in slavery, people. It's the same thing as slavery. We couldn't do this, we couldn't do that, we couldn't go over there. It's the same thing. A lot of our black politicians, they know that we're in slavery. They get with the white folks, they start laughing, skinning, and grinning. And white people tell them, you're not like the rest of them, you're different. They tell you you're different. That's what they'll tell you. They would tell you. Bernard Phillips says, mentally, we are always been under control in this so-called democracy, period. And he is correct. He's definitely correct. Some black folks don't believe that they own the plantation. You don't own none. Black folks, we are the biggest consumers in this country, in America. We don't make anything, we don't own anything, and we don't control anything. And I always tell you, the white man, he runs the police department, he runs politics, he runs entertainment, education, the food, the military, runs it all. He controls it all. I remember years ago, I know some of y'all don't want to hear this conversation. Your boss looking, but that's okay. Tell your boss this is the truth, and it got to get out. A white man once told me, he said, Martin, there'll never be a revolution. And I said, well, why you say that? He said, we control the food. Other words, We will starve you Nigers to death. We will starve you to death. That's what he said. And I'm going to tell you, Melanie Payne said the pastors, listen, the pastors, if you waiting on some pastors to buck up against this system, this white supremacy system, you'll be waiting. You will be waiting. The average pastor out here, you can give him some money, and he going to go along with you. And that's real talk. They love money. And I'm going to tell you people, some of our leaders that we call leaders, they wasn't appointed by us. They was appointed by the other man, the white man. I got a caller, 872-299-0808. Oh, we are prisoners of war. I got to tell y'all the truth. Somebody said, Natasha Gray said, we are only participants. Look at it. Here we are. We've been in this country for over 500 some years. Some of us was here already. And we have been the majority of, I would say, of the minority. Now they have opened up the borders. They have all declared war on the foundation of Black America. They have stereotyped us to the point where we lazy, we don't want to work. They tired of taking care of us. All these things have been said about us. And they forgot the reason why they brought us over here to do the labor. That's why they brought us over here. And I want to tell the young brothers out there that's listening to me, y'all in trouble. You're in trouble. If you think you're going to keep running cars into these white folks and these foreigners' business and stealing their ATM machines, you got another thing coming. You continue to think that you're going to stand on that same corner for 2 or 3 years straight and you're not going to get no record, there's nothing going to happen to you, you got another thing coming. It's all a trap. It's all a trap. Listen, people, and I'm not going into the Democratic Republican stuff, but I got to say this. Anytime you have a big truck, abortion truck, that sits in front of the Democratic National Convention, something is not right, people. Have y'all ever thought about this, black people? Not only that, they put me in the vasectomy. Have you ever thought about this? Since our communities are so drug infested, gang infested, poverty infested, failing schools, crooked politicians, crooked pastors, why is it that all our property is being bought up? Why is it being bought up? Why? You got to ask yourself that. These neighborhoods that's suffering from all these things that I named, but the investors are coming in. They're buying up all the property and gentrifying the community. That's what they're doing. Real talk. I got Marcus on the line. Go ahead, Marcus, and I'm going to continue after you. Go ahead. Marcus. Marcus. Remember, people, when we was asking for reparations, they said they didn't have no money. But they found money for the migrants. They found money for every last migrant. They found money. They found money for the migrants. They really did. I got Marcus on the other line. Marcus, he's coming in. They found money, people. Everybody comes in the black community and get rich off us. Yeah, okay. Marcus, are you there? I don't know what's wrong. Marcus, I don't know what's wrong with the phone. I see you there. Marcus, I don't know what's wrong with your phone. Make sure my phone on. It's on. All right, but well, if I can't get you. I'm sorry, Marcus. Listen, any foreigner can come in the black community and open up a business and get rich. Now let me open up a store. You're gonna kill me, you're gonna rob me, you're gonna set it on fire. Something is wrong with that thinking, people. Something is wrong with that thinking. How could a man and a woman come over here in America that can't speak the language, get to open up a business and outfox us? How can they do that? How can they do that? Come on, people, talk to me. Talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. My lines are open. That's why they don't want us to grow our own food. All right, Marcus, you live. I hope you can hear me. Having phone trouble with the phone line? Let me make sure. All right. Marcus, I can't hear you, brother. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to call in back in myself. Listen. And they act like if you watch TV, internet, you would think blacks only contribute to negative things. And that's not true. Marcus, I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with the phone lines. Maybe I need to call and hang up and recall or something, but I can't hear you. Maybe it's not meant for us to talk. And listen, people, let's call it what it really is. Make sure y'all guys share this video. Share this video. And I know you don't want your white boss to see it, but that's okay. Tag somebody. Tag somebody. I got another caller. They calling in. I don't know what's going on. 9812. I don't know what's going on with my phone line. All right. Come on in, people. What's up, Adam? We talking about slavery. When we came over to these shores, we didn't own nothing. Didn't own nothing. 9812, can you hear me? 9812. I don't know what's wrong with my phone line. All of a sudden, I'm having problems. It's been one of them days. 9812, I cannot hear you. He called back in. I'm going to hang up. Let me, I'm going to hang up on everybody and go back to my app again. Redo it. Log out. Yeah. Hold on, people. Log out of my app. Log back in. Come on in, people. And any honest white person that's listening to me, they know I'm telling the truth. They know I'm telling the truth. They know I'm telling the truth. All right, people, let me sign back in and so I can get my people talking because I definitely want to hear from you guys. All right. All right, let me do this. Hold on. Hold on. All right. All right. Log in. All right. I'm back in. Let me call. Callers, can y'all hear me? Let me hang up and call back again. I don't know what's wrong with the phone lines, people. We having so many interruptions today, but that's okay. We're going to get it right.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G, a.k.a. the Crime Chaser.
Live, uncut, unedited.
Broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
Crime Chaser. All right. I hung up. Oh my God. I hung up again. Y'all forgive me. 299. And some don't want me to talk about slavery. Come on, people. We're going to get it right.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G, a.k.a. the Crime Chaser.
Live, uncut, unedited.
Broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
All right. It just hung up, people. It just hung up, people. I don't know what's wrong with my phone app. Let me try to reset it again. Hey, it's the phone acting up now. All right, come on in. Come on in. We still live, uncut, unedited. It might just for me to be meant for me to talk tonight and no callers. It might just have to be that way. Try the 872-297-6389. That number is working. All right. That number is working as well, people. 872-297-6389. Come on in. All right. Trying to log back in on the phone app so we can get busy. All right, there we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. People calling in. I got a lot of calls, but I can't get nobody in. People 872. Got a glitch.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G, a.k.a. the Crime Chaser. Live, uncut, unedited broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on.
All right, people, I'm coming.
So we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
It hung up again, people. I don't know what's wrong with the phone. It keep hanging up. I might just have to deactivate this line.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G, a.k.a. the Crime Chaser. Live, uncut, unedited broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
Crime. It keep cutting off, people. So I'm gonna disable the line. It just keep cutting off. So I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. So the phone lines are disabled tonight. I'm sorry, people. Phone lines are disabled. Maybe y'all can call the 872 number. 29. Well, that is still, it won't do well. All right. All right, well, let me get back to the program at hand. Let me get back to, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is live, uncut, unedited. We having problems with the phone line tonight, so hopefully I get a chance to work on that when I get off live and see what's going on. Things happen. It just meant for me to talk tonight. Probably going to do the talking tonight. YouTube, I appreciate you. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to my YouTube. Facebook, thank you so much. You've been great. But YouTube is coming along. Great. All right, let's get back to this program at hand. I guess I got to take this wheel by myself, take this microphone by myself, and work it tonight since the phone calls are it's just not happening. Not happening for real. And I hate that. I hate it. I hate it, but that's okay, people. Technology acts up sometime. Now, Black people, you remember do y'all remember when that video when the Mexican immigrant, the Venezuelan immigrant said that no more money for you, no more money for you, no more money for you, you lazy. So where did he get that from? Who told him that? It had to be the Americans tell him that. Had to be. Black people, they are showing you who you are. They are showing you. We're being played by both parties. I'm sorry. They still gonna allow the immigrants to come in this country, regardless of who get in this seat. They're gonna allow it. All right. They're gonna allow it, people. Somebody said fake news. Listen, again, let me just say this, people, and I know we had trouble with the line and all that. All of our problems, we seem to cannot solve them. We got PhDs that's Black. We got people with master's degrees that are Black, bachelor's degrees, associates. We got LPNs, we got RNs, we got airplane pilots, we have military men, we have policemen, we got psychologists, we have educators, we have everything that we need. But one thing we lack is to be unified. We don't have no unity amongst ourselves. I would call it a good unity. Now, we unified when it comes to dancing and electric sliding and talking about sports. But when it comes to making things happen in this society, no, it's not going to happen. And that's why we have to be great, people. You have some people hate to see other Black people get reparations. They hate it. Well, they ain't going to do nothing but spend that money on drugs, whatever they spend it on, or give it back to them, wherever they spend it. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people that we love, people so dear, their parents are immigrants. And they rolling with their parents at the end of the day. I'm telling you, they're rolling with their parents. Some people that we love dear, they're rolling with their parents on this. Everybody have made a vow to go against the Black man and the Black woman. I'm going to say the Black man, even a Black woman have lined up against the Black man. I'm telling you. I know y'all don't like what I'm saying, but that's okay. It's the truth anyhow. My old pastor said, if you can't say amen, just say I'm the man. Listen, I'm speaking to my black folks, Mr. Adam. Listen, everybody complained about the Mexicans taking over. Well, black people, we need to stop killing each other. We need to come to some solution. That's what we need to do. We need to come to some solution. That's what we need to do.
Hey, caller, this is Martin.
That's
G,
what we need to do,
aka the
people.
Climb Chaser.
Come to some
Live,
solution.
Uncut, unedited broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
Oh, it cut off again. It's not working. I tried it, people. It's not working. I tried it. Listen, people. Nobody loves black people, even some black people. They don't want to see us prosper. And I told y'all, people, black people, we've been in slavery and still in slavery. We've never left this country. We never left this country. We're still here. We're still fighting against oppression. And we hate each other. We're sick. There's no love among us. That Willie Lynch letter is real. He pinned the young against the old, the dark one against the light one. We hate each other. We hate each other with a passion. It's real talk. We know that racism, which is a form of hate, discrimination, still exists. Some folks only like us if we making money for them. If they can't make no money off us, they don't like us at all. Everybody love making fun of the black man and the black woman, but yet they trying to be like us. They can't stand this complexion, can stand the sun all day. They can't stand it. They can't stand the greatness, how we dominate sports, how we dominate any area that we're in, as long as the level fields are even. We dominate everything, and they know it. That's why they don't want us doing a certain thing. They don't want it. We are great people. We are definitely great. Again, if you take away every invention, the ones that we know about and the ones that we don't know about, America would be in trouble. Be in trouble. We're not just only entertainers. We scientists. We lawyers. We doctors. We all above. Politicians. Biologists, astronauts, mathematicians. We are that. But if you look at the media, they showed up, put up all our ills: stealing, snatching and grabbing, prostitution, gang banging, murdering, robbing. They have put all of our ills like we're the only ones out here committing crime. Period. And I know this conversation, some of us are in interracial relationships. Some of us, we work for white people, and most of us do. You can't make no money in this country, and whites don't get their hand on none of it. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. You got to go through them to get your business license. You got to pay taxes for your business to them. White people, they got it set up like that. Real talk. I'm not going to hold you long, but I want to ask a question. Why aren't there no dominant men in politics? Alpha men, alpha males. They all seem to be soft. Ask yourself that. Have you ever thought about it? Aren't we tired of the first black this, the first black that, and a street corner named after us? That don't mean nothing. That's how they try to see the Trump and Harris campaign. They're trying to get the black male vote. That's what they're fighting for right now, to get the black man vote. See, the black man knows what's going on. He's not deceived. He's not overwhelmed with what's going on. Period. He's not carried away with his emotions. Evanston, Illinois, doing reparations. I don't know what's wrong, people. Listen, if we got a leader, Butch, most of our black leaders have not been picked by us. They have been picked by white people. Jessica said, she said, I don't care how bad things are for us today. This ain't slavery. And even suggest such a thing in 2024 is disrespect to our ancestors that actually experienced a horror. This is slavery. Why you think you down in City Hall fighting to save your house? Because we still not in slavery. All right? Why you think you working so hard for the borders to close? Because we still not in slavery. Why a lot of us still fighting so hard to get the equal opportunities on these jobs? Because we still not in slavery. Why is it that we don't have enough black officers here in the city of Chicago that's not passing the test, or they find a way to boot them off? Because we still in slavery. Why is it that when we go as a black man or a black woman going in the courthouse and we get more time than the white man? Because we still in slavery. We're on a plantation, if you want to believe that or not. Why is it that every black community in the city of Chicago is on a decline? Because we still in slavery. While all the white and Hispanic communities are thriving, we're still in slavery. Why is it that our young men, unarmed, are still being gunned down by the police all over America? Because we're still in slavery. You can ask yourself that question. Why is it that when we build a community and white people come and tear it down, find a way to destroy it? Because we still in slavery. We're still in slavery. Now, Jessica, you know I love you. You tell me something that we can't that we control here. We don't even control food. We seen that during the George Floyd thing. Didn't that teach us that? Wasn't it 3 or 4 years ago when they cut off the link card? Everybody got scared. Listen, if I put a chicken in front of the average Black American person, they wouldn't even know what to do with it, how to cook it and pluck it. If I give you some seeds, most people wouldn't know when to plant those seeds. That's a lot that we don't know, and it's on purpose. I wouldn't call us a dummy or stupid. The information is hid and kept from us. That's real talk. We have greatness. But guess what? With all this education and all these smart, intelligent Black people, we still in the rut that we in. Because why? We still in slavery. Well, Martin, I have a master's degree. What are you mastering? Well, Martin, I have a PhD. What are you mastering, my brother, my sister? Your sons and your daughters are still running around there shooting you, killing you. They out here with no limit in their mind. Real talk. The sister said it. She ride on a train. She's a train operator. And people walk past young people all the time and don't say anything to them because they're afraid of them. And you know, if you see a group of teenagers coming your way, you're going to cross the other side of the street. You wouldn't dare stay on the same side. You know it. Your own sons that look like somebody that you gave birth to don't even respect you. Talking about male or female. They'll cuss you out and threaten to fight you like you're a person on the street. Come on, people. When are we going to wake up? We all we got. We are our own solution. Listen, no political party is going to come and save Black people. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's just not going to happen. It wasn't intended to save Black people. Real talk. Real talk. They're going to show you. They tell us you need your shots to attend school. They let the migrants right in without getting shots or anything. Everything they told us to do, work hard, save your money, get married, get education, get you a house. Now here it is, and I believe that's in California. They're getting ready to, they're trying to make it where they can give the migrant $120,000. And notice it said migrants, not Blacks, migrants. Have you ever noticed people that when they come out with a law, they write on there who it's for? The LGBTQT, they let you know, hey, this law is for them. This law right here is for the migrants, not for Black people. Now, what law they writing out there for you? They write some laws that keep our Black behind in jail. That's what they're doing. And you tell me we're not in slavery? Come on now. What did our ancestors own when they came over here? Nothing. What do we own right now? Nothing. You still a slave. It just changed forms. And real talk. Real talk. Care what nobody says. Well, Martin, I have a house, I have a career and all that. It's nothing. And the majority of your people are starving and left behind. They only let a few to make it look good get through. Only a few, not the masses. Who's putting drugs in the Black community? Who's putting guns in the Black community? Why is it that our Black teenagers can get a hold to a gun before they can buy some clothes? So easy to get hold to a gun and drugs. Everything that's not good for a teenager, somehow he's able to get that. Can I get a witness? And we're not in slavery. These guns are not in the black community on accident. They are placed there. They are put there. These drugs that you see are put in the black community. And they tell you to move out of your community. It's too bad. Guess what? When you move out, they got Monacono come to get buying your house. The white man buying your house. But your neighborhood is bad. They killing, they shooting. Don't you know the game is being played all around the United States? They want our now here in Illinois, some of you guys' property tax went up 100%, 50%, 20%. Now you got to go there and contest it and pray that you win. It's another plight to make black people lose their homes. Black people, white people didn't bring you over here to be doctors and lawyers and politicians and pastors and faith leaders. They didn't bring you over here for that. They brought us over here for labor. Listen, every black key position that we have in politics or in city government, they looking at that man, that job belonged to a white person. Listen, black people, slavery still exists. It's just changed forms. That's it. That's it. That is it. It's no different at all. We still begging from the crumbs. We still complaining when we see one person get better treatment than another person from the white man. So we call him a house Niger. That's what we do. Real talk. A lot of us, we are programmed to work for the white man. We're not programmed to be entrepreneurs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got to tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I got to tell the truth. Come on. Y'all know what game being played on us. We are here begging, praying that the Republican Party close the borders. We're praying that because we see destruction coming. We see it. But there's a God in the sky that looks low. And he have representatives down here to let us know what to do. There's nothing that the white man ever thrown at us in this country that we didn't bounce back. Nothing. Jim Crow, slavery, putting guns in our community, lying on us, redlining us, doing all these things against us, but we still here. We still here. You can say whatever you want to. Your property is nothing. You don't really own your property that you pay that you have. Don't pay your taxes and see what happened. Do you know there's something that's called eminent domain? That they can take your house that been in your house the house been in your family for 75 years and say, hey, we need to have this house and we're going to pay you a fair market value. And there's nothing you can do against it. People, let's quit living in this world, this make-believe world. All we got to do is get together. We got every tool as possible. All we got to do is bring it together. That's all we have to do, bring it together. But we won't bring it together. You say you're educated. You say you're intelligent. You say you have financial literacy. Why can't we bring all our skills together and flourish in a community? All these other races want our place. They want to be us. They are in competition with us. Black people, we don't have no friends. I'm sorry, we don't. And I know we love everybody and we want to do right what's right. I don't have a problem with that. But we got to know where we stand in this country. Things are shifting. I'm talking about the future. Well, you said, well, Martin, I have a nice bank account, portfolio, and I'm doing well. And my wife is doing well. I have a nice insurance policy and money in the bank. Okay, fine. I'm educated. Fine. What about your grandson and granddaughter? Are they going to be well taken care of? Are they going to be able to compete with the education that's given to them? A question was asked to me. How many youth that you see that's in HVAC, welding, electrician, plumbing, carpentry? Our youth better do something. There's a shifting that's taking place. And black people, we're going to be extinct. Now, there's going to be some black people here, but we're going to be on the bottom of the totem post. Bottom. Sleeping in cardboard boxes. Real talk. With education. And I said it. When the migrants came here, they're going to be the future landlords. They're going to be the future property owners. They're going to be the future bosses. Watch what I tell you. Watch. And y'all talking about they just coming over for cheap labor. No, they're going to give them some good jobs too, as well. No one is talking about the Ukrainians that's receiving Social Security. But we love to talk about the migrants, but we never said nothing about the Ukrainians. They're getting their check. They're already in society, merging, buying homes, got property, in business, and key positions. These big companies, listen, people, it's called white supremacy. They're fighting for power to keep their power. No one is going to relinquish their power over to black folks. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Look at your scary politicians. They know if they talk too much blacks, they feel like they won't get elected. Well, I don't want to offend the white people. Well, let me tell my black politicians something. White people don't respect cowards. White people, they love warriors. They love warriors. They look up to warriors. But cowards, they have no respect for them at all. At all. At all. Anytime you can stand before them and ignore the cries and the needs of your own people, you can't be trusted. You're a traitor. You're a traitor. Traitor. Black people, we are our own solution. I got to say it. Nobody's going to save us. Not the Republican Party, not the Democrat Party, not the Green Party, not the Independent Party. Not going to save us. They're not going to save us at all. We have to take the skills that we know, and we all have to come together, majority of us, and make some things happen for our people, our race of people. That's what we have to do. If we're going to win in America, we're going to be great. If not, we're going to be at the bottom. America is passing out money, giving out money, printing money in thin air. Blacks not getting it. We're not getting that money. It's open for us. The man said no more money for you. Somebody told him something. Somebody lied to the Hispanics and the migrants, told them that we're lazy. Not all of us. Black people got money. They make money. They hard workers. They hustlers. Go in one of the poorest neighborhoods and look and ride down the block and say how many cars are out there. And we're not even talking about the ones that you don't see that's in the garages. That's money. We got some toys. We got jewelry, we got furs, we got homes, we got bank accounts, we got credit cards, we got it all. But it's not working for us as a collective group. Real talk. It's not working for us. It's not working for us, people. Our education is not working for us. Our Jesus that we got is not working for us. It's not working for us. Uh-oh, Mark, you said, well, what do you mean by that? We're not practicing what we preach and what we're professing. I can show you the average person that proclaimed that he knows Jesus Christ. Watch how he or she treats his wife or his husband or her husband. Watch the lifestyle that they live. This is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. So if we don't keep his commandments, we don't have the love of God in us. Period. Period. Why you think our children, the Bible said when we forget God, he'll forget our children. Look at our children. They're turning the gun on their own parents. They're cussing their own parents out. Some of us as parents, we are afraid of our own children. We turn a blind eye to their wrongdoing. We got children that's practicing homosexuality in our house, underage children. And we're afraid to say something because they might run away. Well, at least I know who she would or he would. We letting our children bring guns and weapons in the house, and we turn a blind eye. Our children come in the house with a key fob and taking us to the grocery store in a car that he or she carjacked or stole. We turn the blind eye. Something wrong with that picture. Our preachers, every time they preach a funeral, they put somebody in heaven. We know heaven is a prepared place for prepared people. Everybody talking about heaven ain't going. Some folks tell you, I'm going to hell. I know I'm going to hell. They'll tell you. But that old chicken leg preacher, if you want to see him again, come join the church. Listen, people, we have one body in this life. One body, what we put in it, how we treat it, that's on us. That's our choice. You don't get another one. We are the number one consumers, America, of drugs and alcohol. Not talking about black people, just in general. Drugs and alcohol, it masks our ills, our hurts. It takes us out of our mind temporarily. So we don't have to think about our problems. I tell any Christian person, just listen to me right now. I don't care if you fast and pray every day, and you should pray. The devil ain't going nowhere. He's still going to be on all of our backs. He still is going to attack us. Even when you think you're in a peaceful period of your life, when everything you think that you got, you wanted, is going correct, but that old devil right there have disguised. The Bible says Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. Some of us sleeping in the bed with the devil. Some of us gave birth to the devil. Some of us work for the devil. Real talk. And trust me, people, everything that you see is only temporarily, period. We're not taking none of these worldly possessions with us. I don't care how we got them. If we stole, we robbed, had sex, whatever, we're not taking these worldly possessions with us. Nothing. Job said it. Naked I came and naked shall I return. You was born in this world, but naked. And you leaving out, you ain't carrying nothing with you. Nothing. That diploma, that diamond ring, that home, that bank account, that beautiful wife, that handsome husband, them 5 children, they're not going to be able to go with you when you check out this place. Life going to roll on. People, we have a tendency to fall in love with dead folks. While they was living, you did not acknowledge them. You didn't give them their flowers. You didn't congratulate them. You hated on them. Now that he's dead and she's dead, you're crying. You're upset. Well, he knew I loved him. She knew, but you never expressed that you love him or her. Some people need to be told and showed that you love them and you appreciate them. You've turned your back on a lot of people. And look at you now. You have no friends because you're selfish. You made it. You got a great job. You got a little money in the bank account. Now you're looking down on black people now, saying they're dumb, they slow, they stupid because they don't have what you have. It's not what a man drives that drives him. Remember that. There are people right now that's living under your nose that you know well, and they got a mega bank account, and you have no idea what they have. You have no idea. You thinking that they one of you that's broke. You have no idea. Right among you. Right among you. They don't dress the part. They're not flashy. They just live a plain, simple old life. They don't want the finest car, the finest home, nothing. There are people that live among us like that. There are some. Tell you. Real talk. I'm sorry about the phone lines tonight, people. It's not working. I'll check it out tomorrow or later on tonight and see what's going on. But I guess it was just meant for me to talk. I would have loved to have some phone calls and see your thoughts about what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, people, we're in a system, and it's called white supremacy. It's a system. There are characters in this system that make the rules and change them as long as they go. They change them to fit for them to win. I always say they have a cheat code. And I'm not saying that you can't own the business here in America. I'm not saying that you can't be great in America. You can, but not in mass numbers. They'll let a few. How many Oprah Winfrey's we got? How many Obamas we have? How many? How many athletes do we have? Come on now. There are 400 slots in the NBA. And you got young men that want to have a dream to go into the NBA, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I would tell any man, make sure that you focus on your studies. So if you don't make it to the NBA, And you may have skill enough to make it to the NBA, but the NBA is full of political too as well. It's a controlled number. Everything is controlled, people. Everything is built on competition. So for those of you that disagree with me, it's okay. It's okay. I bet black people don't control their own food. Who control the food industry? Who control the lights, the gas? Who makes the stock market go up and down? Who faces on the money? Only thing you got is a statue and a street named after you. Where the substance at? What are you producing? What do they need from us that they just got to have? What are we producing in this country? To my black folks. What are we selling? Because we can drink out of the same water fountain, because we can sleep in the same hotels, we can live in white communities. Who building these communities? People, this is 2024. Things have not changed. It just changed forms. Again, remember, if you don't remember nothing I said today, remember this. During the looting George Floyd, when all the black communities, grocery stores was broken in and stores was messed up and all that, you couldn't even go shopping. Even go back to the shot. It was tough, people. It was tough. They got the farming industry on lock. Yeah, you got a few black people, but they're not mass producing. They got a little portion, small little portion. You got foreigners in your black neighborhood. They got all the business, running all the businesses. Your own black politicians afraid to stick up for your black self. They left you behind. They climbed the ladder and pulled the ladder up behind them. Don't care about your condition. They care about theirs and their own. That's what they care about. You're nothing to them. They're going to lie to you. Every time you see them, they're going to act like they're in a rush. They got a meeting to go to. They're not going to let you corner them. They've already shown you that they don't care about the black community by their actions. Care nothing about the black community. Period. All our communities on a decline here in the city of Chicago. Real talk. I know y'all don't like this type of talk, but I don't care. I'm gonna tell it anyhow. These people laughing on you on the job now, knowing they can't stand your guts. They competing for your position. Waiting on you to do a little slip up, miseducated, and they're gonna snitch on you. They're gonna tell on you. They don't want no black people being no police. They don't want no black people being no politician telling them what to do, controlling them. They don't like that. They don't want no black boss who want a slave standing or teaching over them. And that's how they looking at us. Period. I'm looking at some of these comments real quick. Somebody, they already passed that law in California. Somebody said, well, my ancestors own land because they were here already and it was stolen. And that's true. What they owning now? White man got this land over here. He got it. And he know how to get it. And he didn't get it by praying to Jesus either. Bloodshed. And I'm going to tell you, people, let me say this to y'all. Only way we're going to win if we stick together. You got one person that stick out like a sore thumb going against this system, you're going to get crushed. It take a group of people on one accord to fight this system. Period. It's just not working for the mass of us. It worked for a few, but mass. What they tell you, go to school, get your education, stay out of trouble, get you a nice job, wife and a house, family. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell us. The American dream. Bernard Phillips said, which is true, Black males' unemployment for teenagers are up and are the highest in the country, period. That ain't racism. That ain't slavery. Did you think that's by accident? Do you think that I'm going to go out there and feed another person's family and don't feed my family? Melanie Payne said America's for sale. She is correct. It's a corporation. You could buy into her. Now, Jessica said, should we leave America? No, for what? Why are we going to leave America? What should we go? No, we don't go nowhere. We build right here. We stick together. It's proven that it can happen. It's a blueprint. Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was our blueprint, showing us that we can get together and unite and have our own everything. That's real talk. A lot of us are fighting to keep our homes. Do you think that they're trying to take our homes from who? Listen, who you think is trying to take our property from us? Who you think? Who you think? Who you think invented birth control pills, the morning after pills, abortion? Who is for? Come on now. She said, what should we do out of slavery? Change our mindset toward one another. That's what we should do. Nobody's going to save us, Jessica. Nobody's going to save us. No party is going to. It's already been proven. It's not going to save us. Look at the Chinese, Japanese. You don't hear the Japanese coming out and calling white people the H word or all that blue-eyed devils. You don't never hear them talking like that. But guess what? They can compete with the white economy because they build an economy of their own. They know about the white man. They know how dangerous the white man is. But some of us, we talk that talk. We don't shop black. Listen, we don't love each other. You can tell by the way we treat each other. We don't love each other. We get a little something. We think we're better than the next person. Oh, I live in Orland Park. Oh, I live in such and such and such. You still are N-I-G-G-E-R in their eyes, no matter where you live at or how much money you make. Don't you know they have such control of the dollar? They can tell you that your dollar is only worth 15 cents. What you gonna be able to do about it? Nothing you gonna be able to do about it. People, if we don't go back to the basics, of loving on each other, supporting one another, of celebrating one another, we're not going to be nothing in this country. Period. Some of you people out there that look like me, you won't have a black person do nothing for you. Then when you get a reputable black person, you say he too high. But then when you go out there and get a crackhead or alcoholic, he get a first payment, he don't come back no more. And the first thing you get to screaming, I tried to help black people, they won't act right. You get the right black people and they will act right and treat you right and do right by you. I'm telling the truth tonight.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That black man ain't making you lose your house. He ain't trying to take your house from you. He know you're struggling. He can identify with your problems. Some of these bougie Nigers, they can't identify with us. They forgot what hole that they crawled out from up under. They've been told that they are better than us. Michael Jackson said it. They really don't care about us. The king of pop. They told us. Listen, some of you people, no, let me say some of us black people, you know the way the white men look at us, like, how can I make some money off him? Oh, he's going to be a great singer. Let me invest in him. He's going to be a great athlete. Let me invest in him. She's educated from University of Harvard. You know what? Let me bring her over in my company. She's going to make me rich. And his business is getting ready to go on, and he haven't even let her know. Listen, you're only good when they making money off you. When they get done using you, you're nothing. Trust me. Imagine a man, a rich slave, making 30 million, 100 million in 4 years. So if a rich slave is making 100 million in 4 years, imagine what his boss is making, his owner is making. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Come on, people, imagine that. People, we all we got. Seriously. All this education is smart and reading stuff and finding documents and all that. What good is it doing if we don't share with one another? You got black people right now hate black Democrats, hate black Republicans, hate because you telling me as a man that I don't have a right to vote Republican or Democrat, but as a man, I don't have the right to tell you what to do with your own body. But you want to tell me what to do with mine, with my choice. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Some of you won't even sit down with a Republican and talk with him or her. You might learn something. Sit down with the opposite party. Don't you know they work together? Don't you know the golden rule in politics, that there are no permanent enemies in politics? It's politics, people. We've been left behind. Look at our community. People, the game is being played on us. Some of you got a nice house, a nice car, and you think you've arrived. You're nothing to them. They making the cars. They building the houses. It's their land. What you owning? Nothing. You ain't got no missiles. You don't have no planes. Period. I know you don't want to hear this talk, but it's real. You're down there begging the white man to do something for you. You're begging. Say, Master, I've been here 500 years. You ain't gave me that much link. Master, I've been on Section 8 for 20 years. And here they come over here and they got Section 8 already. Master, I fought in the war for you. I killed for you. I worked hard for you, Master. I built this country. We still begging for jobs and justice. He done already showed you means nothing. I'm in agreement with George Blakemore. You don't have to call me a Niger, but you treat me like one. They showing you you're nothing. And guess what? They get somebody look like you and me and put them in office and work their agenda. Their white agenda. Most of these black politicians are working a white agenda. Wherever their party is saying, whoever bankrolled and who they most fear, that's who agenda they're working. Real talk. And don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be America. I've never lived nowhere else but in this country. But I know I'm not treated fair in this country. I know that. Real talk. We the only people that vote for a party, either party, and don't get nothing out of it. Nothing spelled with our name on it. We going by these old civil rights bills, and it was good. Affirmative action. They took that away. What's next? Voting Right Act. Yeah. What's next? They got the migrants' name on everything. They can get the driving license for the migrants. Fast track for citizenship. Give them money. Oh, we paying so X amount of dollars to property owners and all that. They're giving it to them. We got to beg, we got to march, we got to fight. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing for fighting. I'm not against marching and fighting for what we want. But we got to fight for what we want. They're not handing us nothing on a silver platter at all. They're showing us. Brandy, you're right. America is passing out money. And he's not giving to you with your black self. He's not giving to none of us. No one is representing black folks. Our YouTube family. Melody is right. They're printing money, which is causing mass inflation. Somebody said, this ain't slave, but we're still dealing with a form of enslavement. That's what I said. It have changed forms. That's right. They got a 400-year head start. Hold on, Miss Jessica. Miss Jessica, let me tell you something. Ask yourself, why you think you're going to City Hall? You're going down there to fight. You're going down there to fight. Who are you fighting for? You fighting for us or you fighting for yourself? And I tell anybody, anything that's left unprotected will be taken away. Listen, people, we don't own nothing. Miss paying your taxes for 2 years and see what happened. See what happened. See what happened. See what happened. Y'all remember that song? This land is our land, it's your land from America. What's that? I forgot that song. This land is your land, this my land. Yeah, okay. All right. Make me know that it's my land. Tell you, we down there fighting for nothing. Ain't get nothing. Man look just like us that's in key positions, afraid to do something for black folks. She said, cussing out your parents is slavery. People, let me just say something. We don't have no friends. Anything that we want in this country, we have to advocate, we have to fight for. They're not giving us anything. And some black people that look like you and me are on board with this system. Because the system works for a few, not all. It works for a few, but not all. Look what they've done. The DNC convention. They brought Oprah Winfrey out. Obama. All these celebrities. Come on now, people. Come on now. Entertain. They playing on our emotions. They ain't playing on mine because I see right through them. I'm a very emotional person, but my emotions are in check. Trust me. Now, answer this question. Since we have so many educated people in the city of Chicago, all over the United States, why are we still in the same condition we're in? Why? We have so many smart people here in the United States. Why are we still in the same condition that we're in? Why aren't we advancing as a group, as a body? Why? Only a few of us winning. Only a few. Handful of us. But the masses is left behind. Trust me. Y'all get mad at me, want to, but I ain't afraid of them. I ain't afraid of them. Y'all keep on thinking these parties gonna save us. Game being played on us. They working together. Keep thinking. I ain't putting one in front of the other. Trust me, I'm not doing it. I've seen our condition here in Chicago. People getting mad. They get mad because I'm telling the truth, shame the devil. Don't get mad at me because you in an interracial relationship. I don't care about your partner, or you mix, a half-breed, or your parents are immigrants. I can care less. I know our condition, and you're not going to stop me from talking about the conditions of the black man and the black woman here in America, and I see it. I can't tell you who to love. We don't choose our parents. But the truth is the truth, period. Like it, love it. And most of the time it hurts. I'm not afraid of none of them. None of them. Not even the stares of the people that look like me, staring at me real hard. I'm unfollow. Unfollow me then. Unfollow me. Do what you have to do. Your truth gonna still march on. You can block your ears up right now and stop them up if you want to. Don't make me no different. You ain't got to believe nothing I say. Don't make that. That's still because you don't believe. Don't make it. It's not right. We living in those type of days where people don't want to hear the truth. They turn their ways they turn their ears away from the truth. They rather believe a lie. It's almost like a woman. A man telling a woman a lie, and she know he lying, but she's still dealing with him. You know he lying. Listen, people. I used to tell church people all the time, I'm not impressed how well you dance at church, how well you speak in tongues, how well you preach, how well you pray. I'm impressed when you leave church that you can live right. That's what I'm impressed by. I'm impressed by what you do away from the church when ain't nobody looking. That's what I'm impressed by. That's what I'm impressed by. Nothing else. The devil can sing, he can pray, he can read, he can preach, do it all. But he can't live right. He can't love right. It ain't in him. It ain't in him. Real talk. Deborah Chapman, we got to get on cold, people. What we going to do? All this education we got, it's not benefiting the group. It's not. It's not benefiting the group. What we going to do, people? We going to keep talking about Democrat and Republican? Like they going to save us out of our troubles? Ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, people. This is a system that's in place to keep us at a level, at a lower level. It's in place. And trust me, they know how to pick the people that think like them. Real talk. The sister said she walked the hills and she talked to them young brothers. Some of you were so concerned about the migrants sleeping in the streets or in the police stations, but you walk past your brother every day, your black brother. You don't even give him $1. You don't look at him. You toot your nose up at him. That reminds me of a story in the Bible where Jesus told him, he said, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me a drink. So, people, we can't be a blessing to somebody else's family when we don't be a blessing to our own family. That's not right. I'm looking for love, people. That's what I'm looking for. Not the love that you thinking about, but I'm looking for love. Love in action. Agape love. Unconditional love. Hey, that's my brother. What part of living is low? Hold on, what'd she say? What part of, I think she's living is slavery. Sister, you don't think, old as you are, old as me, you don't think we're in slavery? Come on now. Come on now. Listen, our ancestors not going to save us. They dead and gone. Only thing we can do is keep them in our heart and love on them and try to do better than they did and learn from them. Period. Most of us, if we get a little material things, a house, a car, and all that, we quiet. We won't say nothing. We won't say nothing. We quiet. You see some of these activists, they paid now. They quiet. They got some out for themselves. Who gonna work the sleeping giant? Keep on, let's keep on around here believing a lie, people. This YouTube, this Facebook. Come on, people. Let's get it together. Let's get a blueprint together. Let's get an economic blueprint together. Let's get a strategy together. And I told you, when we lived in Jim Crow, we had everything. We had our own hospitals, our own business and everything. And we was living in racial tension. It was real high. We knew certain areas we couldn't go in. We could get caught after dark. Now we can go over there and work, but it gets a certain time of day, we got to get out of it. It's called sundown towns. Had some neighborhoods like that. But we wanted to lock arms with our enemy. And look at us now. Starved us economically. Starved us. When was the last time you've been to a black gas station? When was the last time you've been to a black business? When the last time you called a black, look high and low for a black business? When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you want to keep the money in the family? Our young people need money. And guess what? We're the closest thing to them. So that means they're going to target us. Mark Carter said it. White people know if they don't feed their children going to eat them. And what's happening in the black community? Our own is eating us. Our women not even safe, driving in nice cars that they're working hard for. They're not even safe. All right, people. I delivered what I had to say. Some may not like it. Some may like it. Some may agree with it. It's okay. I don't hate you. I don't have all the answers, but I ain't afraid to say it. I'm not in this bubble thinking that the Republican Party is going to save us or the Democrat Party is going to save us. No. I know that now one of the parties not going to save us. I'm not saying that we shouldn't vote either. I'm not saying that. But I know they're not going to save black people. Trust me. We asking the oppressor to save us? Come on now. All right, people. I got to get out of here. Y'all already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.